What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 4. Last time we finished off at the Draco Shrine and defeated Rutger Klossel, the Jaeger King, in the rivalry. Unfortunately, obviously the plan would have originally been to see if he would want to come over to our side and continue on with us, but he decided it was time to bow out. He was, able to see his daughter all grown up, and that was good enough for him to be laid to rest. So, the rivalry power from Rutger's Divine Knight got absorbed into Reans, and Valimar now has a new look. So I guess every single one he wins, he's going to evolve a bit more. But now it's time to continue, and I guess get ready for our preparations to go to Crossbell. So let's see what happens. Yep, it's going to jump ahead to the 29th. Yep, 3 days to Operation Jormungandr. The war is 3 days away. She seems to be doing alright, all things considered. They all are probably worried about her. Thanks for waiting. Fee, are you alright now? Yeah, I just cried it all out. If I kept it up any longer, the boss would never let me live it down. I see. I think that was all he really wanted, to be seen off by his beloved daughter, by family. The guy lived on his own terms, not as some immortal bound to the curse, but as a human being. Gotta say, he left on one hell of a high note. Bro, if you gotta go, you may as well go with a smile on your face. And that's exactly what he did. All we can do is smile back. Yeah, I'm sure Zeno and Leonidas would say the same. Yeah.
まあ、団長の紫の力を灰がついた以上、俺らも手伝うんが筋ってもんやろ。
Wow.
最後の戦いは近そうや。それまでに体勢を立て直しとくで。
Alright, so they're gonna help us out in the end game.
また会おう、フィー。シュバルツァーに他の者たちも。それまで必ず生き抜くがいい。
The end of a legend and the beginning of a new Zephyr. We know just how powerful they are. Having them on our side is reassuring. We'll have to show them we're no pushovers either. That's right, and we can start by overcoming this next trial, no matter how stacked the odds. Right, it's time to head to Crossbell at last. The place of my lord's rivalry. Jubilee. I know this won't be easy for you. I don't need you to worry about me. The Jaeger King showed us his resolve, so it's only fair I do the same. I will do all I can to persuade my lord to stay with us after the rivalry. The battle itself is another matter. I don't believe my lord would look kindly upon such unnecessary consideration. I believe you're right about that. It appears that her objective is to protect the future of the Empire. Right, our goals actually align in a certain sense, so there's probably some hope there. Well, if we can't demonstrate our ability to get past this, then it's a moot point. It's all moot anyway. Valimar's new evolution, thanks to the Palatinate Knight's power, is going to be a big help. Right, the power we receive from the Jaeger King. We owe it to him to make the most of it. That we do. Next on our agenda, Crossbell. It seems our team has an update for us. Agate, Shara, and Toval as well.
Hi. お疲れ様。
両兵王の話は聞いた。お疲れだったな。
Yeah, thanks. So how are things going in Crossbell?
ああ。あちらで気になる動きがあったみたいでな。
Funny, we have all A-rank bracers on this television screen.
湿地帯方面に青色に輝く光の柱が現れたらしい。
You mean the same phenomenon of what happened with the Draco Shrine? Right, I think the only the sanctuary has been moved like before. There's also eyewitness accounts stating saw a shining night fly off in that direction. Which means there's no doubt she'll be waiting for you. Ouroboros' strongest, the Steel Maiden. My lord, the time's finally come. And no barrier or similar devices appeared? Right, it seems like the only experimental Gargantua-class battleship was the one we encountered yesterday. Thank you, Racers. We know you're busy and appreciate you taking the time to contact us. Yeah, it's no big deal. Security seems to be light now, so we're about to head over to confirm things ourselves. Watch your back, okay, Olivia? And make sure to get them there. You got it. You be careful, too, until we meet again, Shara. So, Crossbell, huh? The area's on the brink of turning into a battleground once the war begins. Yes, it looks like the invasion of Calvard will begin from Tangram Fortress on the east side. And right before that, we face the biggest hurdle of the war's shadowy underbelly. In any case, we need to prepare ourselves to the maximum extent possible. Right, to stop the Great Twilight and somehow stop the war. I kindly request that you allow me to join the fight starting today. Please call me without hesitation if such a need arises. We'll be counting on you. Your wound is only just healed, though. I don't want you overexerting yourself. Sure, but we could really use her abilities in battle. Let's get this party started, kittens. Lord. Considering the circumstances, I'd like to depart for Crossbell as soon as possible. However, a number of orders have also arrived, so please give them a once-over when you have a moment. In the meantime, I'll map out a safe route to Crossbell. It's looking like this will be our last foray into the western half of Erebonia for a while, so make sure you don't leave anything undone. Right. So Crossbell, huh? Yuna and the others infiltrated once, right? I admit I'm worried about the city, seeing as they have a war brewing right on their doorstep. Rain. Until we make our way to Crossbell, if you make any more runs to the surface, we'd like to join you. Your Highness and Elise, I'm not so sure there's still a lot happening in Western Erebonia, and as Toa's representatives, there are matters we must attend to. We have no intention of taking point, of course, but we can help out with our orders and anything else you might need. We did receive my brother's full approval, for the record. Tagging along would also allow me to see the current state of the Empire, so I'd really appreciate the escort. You two have really grown up. Alright, fine, but don't overdo it out there. You got it. Alright. So they'll be with us. Obviously, we have some stuff to do beforehand, so we can bring whoever. I don't even know who to bring right now, because we're not going to Crossbell yet. I guess since we just got Sharon back, may as well. Give me Laura. Give me... I need a healer. Give me Elliot. Give me... Give me Yuna. And you can give me... Kurt. Sure. New weapons and armor can be purchased in all areas. How many? 9 bonding points? Who the heck? I can't even see. Okay, Yuna, Jubilee, Altina, Alisa, Fee, Emma, Crow, Ash. That's only 8. Where's the 9th? Am I blind or did I just miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 8. Where's the 9th one? Is it possibly Sarah and I just can't see it right now? No. Unless someone has 2. Well, let's see what these requests are anyway. Oh, thank God, only 2. Okay, monster extermination and then out something for Kai and Tilia. Okay, I'm fine with this. I just don't want like a ton of them. All right, let's say hi real quick. Crossbell, it's been a while. If the circumstances were different, I'd have loved to perform there again. Sounds like someone's pretty taken with the place, eh, Your Highness? I still remember that time 2 years ago when you charged into the jazz bar and started playing the piano. I can imagine you doing something like that. What can I say? Life's nothing without a little passion. Speaking of piano, there was this time I played in the restaurant in Bose, too. Oh, you mean where you got arrested for drinking their alcohol? I got thrown in jail afterward, but hey, looking back on it now, it was a fun time. I think Tita told us the story. You have a talent of getting into trouble. Tell me about it. Oh, okay, you can just head straight for the sanctuary if you want to. Obviously, we're not going to be doing that yet. We'll do the bonding events as we go in and check up on everybody. Crossbell's up next, huh? I hear Zin's operating in Altair these days. Oh, so he's in Altair. He's not in Calvard. Altair is about as west as you can get from Calvard, not too far off from Tangram Fortress. If not for the border being what it is, I'd love to go say hi. I guess Angelica would know Zin. Did you guys say Zin? As in Zin the Immovable from the Taito School? Yep, that's our Zin. I'm guessing your old master told you about him? Yes, and more recently I heard he helped out during the horrible shutdown in Liberal. He's supposedly a master of the Taito martial arts and one of the most powerful bracers out there. That's right, he's even stronger than other A-rank bracers like me, Agate, and Shara. Last I heard, he was working with Estelle and the others over on the Calvard side of the border. With things how they are, I doubt he'd be able to enter. Yeah, because he's Calvardian, they can't let him in. And that'll be their excuse for him not being in the game. Obviously. Even A-rank bracers can't move around with complete impunity, after all. But just the fact we have allies we can count on in the Republic is something to be grateful for. Yeah, there's that. It'd be cool for Reen to meet him one day. But the fact that, so Master Kafai knew Zin then? Interesting. Alright, Yuna, you're here, so we may as well... Oh, they left the chessboard out. Oh, she wants to play tennis? Okay, I've tightened the strings, replaced the grip. Those balls won't know what thwacked them. Yuna, isn't that one of the tennis club's rackets? Yeah, Ada and the others swiped it from the academy for me. Even though they're in hiding, they took the time to send it over. I was thinking maybe we could put up a net in the training hall and hold some practice matches, you know? Working up a sweat might help us get our heads together before we leave for Crossbell. I see. I'm proud of you for taking the initiative like this. And here I was thinking she'd be a nervous wreck. Universe Inner Saboteur, score 15 love. Oh my god. I'm sure that's not what it says in the Japanese text. You know, you should stop by and check it out if you have a second instructor. It'd really help me strengthen my resolve, let's say. Okay, I don't really know what that means, but because she's in love with you, you dork. You know, if we're gonna face off, then shouldn't we go somewhere a little nicer than a training hall? You know, I bet security at the branch campus is pretty lax right now. Oh. Probably is. Alright, let's do that. Prepare for a beatdown. Reen got in touch with Jessica and Louise and headed to Leaves. While his friends were collecting intel, he received permission to practice drills at the branch campus. Ha! 40, love. No more. I can't move. Alright, let's keep it up. Didn't she just say she can't move? Oh, they're playing the Crossbell music. Or the Michelin music, rather. Game set, Yuna wins. Great work, Yuna. Not bad if I do say so myself. That was a good match. Yuna is up by 2, Jessica is up by 1, and Louise is down by 2. Ugh, I wanted to get at least one win. Just what I expected, Yuna. You didn't give away a thing. I've tried picturing this in my mind a bunch. You two didn't make it easy for me, though. I think it's important to do your best even if you can't win. Do you have any regrets? That was enough for us, but Yuna might want to play more matches. We'll join the others. You two stay here and enjoy yourselves. Both of you? Thanks, guys. Instructor, can you play one last match with me? Me? I've read the rules, but I'm a... What do you mean? We did this last game. But I'm a total beginner. I'm sure you'll pick it up with your physical abilities and that intuition. I think we're pretty evenly matched. Even though we did this in the well, not the first game, but the first game Yuna was in. But if I win, can I ask a favor? Sure. But if we're doing this, I'm not going to hold back. Go ahead and give me everything you've got. Right. Hopefully it's not a favor like Muse. Rin and Yuna started their practice match. They both threw everything they had into it. The ball went back and forth as the match went on until the victor won with one final smash shot. Take this. Ah. I did it, I did it. Yuna. Ha, you got me. Good work. Sorry, I got a little carried away. But I really wanted to ask you to do something for me. I want to tell you something, and I don't want you to say anything until I finish. Oh, is she gonna confess? Of course, I can do that.
好きです。教官。自分でも気づいてなかったけど、多分ずっと前からクロスベルの街道で助けてもらったあの日から。
Just realized her outfit is the Strega. I mean, it says Stregar, but obviously Strega Company. Yuna. Hey, I said you couldn't talk until I'm done, remember? You're my instructor and I'm your student, so I definitely don't expect you to answer right away. But can you at least just think about what I've said? Definitely a lot less pushy than some of the others. Alright, what else can I say when you're asking so earnestly? My position, the world, the curse I bear. There's so much I have to think about if I'm to know how to respond to her feelings. It's like I said before, it's like if people are okay with Rin and Instructor Sarah, like this is the same like dynamic. So I'm just like, okay, you know, she said what she has to say. She obviously is like, hey, while I'm a student, obviously, like, I don't expect anything. So, like, obviously, by the time she's graduated, she'll be, like, the same age Rin is. Rin will be a little older, you know, whatever. Obviously, like I said before as well, it's not going to amount to anything because Falcom doesn't want to commit Rin to anybody because you commit Rin to anybody, it doesn't matter who it is. There's going to be a group of it's a double-edged, or not a double-edged sword. It's a, it's like shooting yourselves in the foot that they made this, like, the kind... I don't like calling it a harem route, because I don't see it that way, but the fact that you as a player are allowed to choose who Rin's, like, love interest is, in the long term, is them kind of shooting themselves in the foot, because now, let's say, okay, you know, 2 arcs down the line, if Rin comes back, he's not the main character, they still can't have him with anybody, because they didn't push anyone in particular. So unless they're just gonna leave it, like, ambiguous, or every single game he comes back in, you just choose in the beginning who, like, his love interest is, like, you're not gonna get anything, any kind of finality in it. Not in the same way you get with, like, Estelle and Joshua. But anyways, enough about that. Let's keep moving. Obviously, like, outside of the bonding events, if you were to say, like, who is the one that's pushed most of all, I would say it's Alisa. Obviously, you get all the jokes that keep getting made by Sharon and Gwen and all that stuff. And the other girls don't really get any, like, scenes like that in the main story. Oh, hey, Stark has a side quest. Alright. It's not looking easy for both of them. I just hope they can work together well. Something bothering you, Stark? Oh, greetings, Instructor Rain. Well, Sydney and Kyrie are currently... Okay, here we go. It's gonna be just like the day before, where we had to find... You know, we had to help 2 students on the surface. Not sure I follow. What kind of help are you talking about here? The issue is that Durflinger's medicinal stock has been depleted to the point where it's no longer enough. We were asked if we could lend any of ours, but we don't really have that flexibility, you see. But Kyrie said that he can produce some for us, as long as we can find the necessary... Oh no, this is different. We just need ingredients. Oh, I see. He's amazing with that kind of stuff. Yeah, he really is. So it looks like he needs 2 different ingredients to do it. We have the Durflinger hiding out what's left of the Sutherland Field Exercise Camp. According to Kyrie, if we head over to the main road on the camp's outskirts, we should be able to acquire both. Sydney happened to be around, so he got dragged along, and they've gone down together to look for each look for an ingredient. When the main campus heard about the situation, Fritz and Ada both offered to pitch in. Those 2 are always good help to have. Definitely, but the search doesn't seem to be going well. It might not be appropriate for me to say, but I'm also concerned about the pairs. Kyrie and Fritz are working together, and Sydney and Ada make up the other team, but... I see, they've definitely never seen experience in the field with their current partner. Right, so I guess all we can do is wait for the good news, huh? I suppose they'll contact us if they need any backup assistance. True. So it is similar to before. I'm not so sure about that, Stark. Something feels a little off to me, so I think I'll lend them a hand. Oh, would you? That would certainly be a huge help. Definitely, I don't mind at all. Free right now anyway. Where are they searching right now? Kyrie's on Hamel Road, and Sydney's on Parnby Road. Thanks again, Instructor. I'll get in touch with both teams as a precaution. So it's literally like before. So we go to each one, we talk to them, they tell us what they need, we get it. And, or they'll follow us and we'll get it. Alright, Jubilee. Oh, wow. I've never really seen her sword just, like, out. So, it's a very interesting design. Performing weapon maintenance, Jubilee? Naturally, my lord is waiting at the shrine after all. Innocent Enya as well, surely. But no one asked you to babysit me, Schwarzer. Focus on taking care of yourself first. Now that I think about it, the shop should be done polishing what I left there. But the time to use it hasn't come yet. For now, I need to keep my focus on what's directly in front of me. Looks like Jubilee left something pretty important at the shop. If you're not opposed to it, do you want to go get that back now, Jubilee? What? It's fine. It's nothing that needs to be taken care of immediately anyway. But it's important to you, right? If leaving it for later will bother you, then it's probably best to take care of it before we face off against the Steel Maiden. You're as nosy as ever, Schwarzer, but you're probably right in this instance. Okay, I'll take you up on the offer, then, this one time. Just this one time. Afterward, they visited the workshop in Ortis to pick up the important object that Jubilee had entrusted to Strauss. Oh, I remember this one. Oh, her armor. This is your armor, even your helmet too. You had some work done on them? Yes, there were some minor scuffs that were starting to stand out. I had heard talk of a skilled artisan working here in Ortis, so I decided to take a chance and ask them to mend it. This isn't the usual sort of work I'd have expected to do when I first began operating here. But your request was so earnest, it gave me more than enough inspiration to take the job and give it my full attention. Much appreciated. Such a beautiful shine. This level of technical ability is exactly what I'd expect from an artisan favored by the Dukes. With this, I'm one step closer to fulfilling my oath. Jubilee. No idea what that's about, but if I may offer my thoughts, you don't appear fully prepared to me. Huh? Decades of working as a glass artisan comes with its perks. I can tell when someone's heart is clouded, shall we say. I polished up your helmet and armor back to their original luster. Now you have to make sure that your spirit matches. Oh. I see. Thank you for your services. See, when it's a stranger, she knows to be polite. It's just with Reen and the others, she isn't. Perhaps I've gone and run my mouth. Don't worry about it. Thank you again. Reen spoke to Duvalie, who was standing stock still outside the workshop. He invited her to the harbor district, suggesting they make use of their time in Ordis and go look at the sea. Have you been waiting long, Duvalie? Yar, that's cold. What do you think you're doing, and what is that? Sorry, it's gelato. You mean ice cream. Well, same thing. I found a great place for it last time I was here on field exercises. Want some? It really hits the spot on a hot day like this. Honestly, I can't believe you. You got an important battle coming up. Can't you be a little more serious? This is just how I am. I think it's fine for you to just be yourself, too. Be myself? To tell the truth, I've always been a little envious of you. Even when we were with the Society, there was something very earnest about you. And even now that you're with us, your swordsmanship is still just as confident as it's ever been. I can't help but admire that. I feel like ever since I was a kid, all I've ever done is doubt myself. I can see why Arianrod would make you the leader of the Stahlritter. Schwarzer. Don't worry, you'll get through to her, I'm sure of it. You've already seen through her true intentions, right? Perhaps. Then all that's left for us is to give our all. I hope I'll get to see you in your armor again sometime soon. What? Blast it all, why'd you have to ruin the mood? I think I'm starting to see things more clearly now, though. Maybe the real reason I chose to ally with him is... You okay, Duvalie? I'm fine, it's none of your business. Come on, let's finish the gelato before it melts and get back. Lording around aimlessly like this is unbecoming of one who is known as the Swift. Haha, sure, let's get going. Reen and Duvalie enjoyed the view of the ocean and the delicious gelato for a little longer. They headed back to the Courageous 2 afterward, ready to face whatever lay ahead. So, she obviously has I mean, they've already been pointing at that since, like, Cold Steel 2, like, late Cold Steel 2. But she's obviously got feelings for Reen, but they didn't obviously push it as much as they do the other girls here. Maybe in the future they will, but not right here. Like, she's not a romance-like choice. Oh, Lord. Oh, right, because they're going to be accompanying us. Alright, who else is on this floor? Oh, we got something up here. Who's that? It's gotta be a side quest, because it's on this floor, but there's no, like, actual thing here. Elise, taking a break by yourself? Yes, the operations are done for the moment. I just have a little bit of work left. Work? Yes, actually, it's something to do with you. I'll be able to tell you about it soon. I'm curious, but I'll leave it for now. Just don't push yourself too hard. That reminds me, can we change their outfits? I forget. Oh, thank God we can. I want them in there. I know this is breaking what I normally do, but I prefer them dressed normally than in their school clothes, especially when they're not in school. Gore. Interesting. Pretty good, right? With my latest recipe, blue cheese soup. I reduced it a whole lot to really bring out the ingredients' essential flavors. Well, listen, I have nothing against blue cheese in itself. but getting it in such a concentrated form is a little overwhelming. Packs a real punch, that's for sure. I knew you guys would like it. Took a lot of work, but knowing it measures up to the Class 7's high standards makes it all worth it. Okay, that is absolutely not what I said. I'm getting some serious deja vu here. Since I've gained a taste for alcohol, I've started to like blue cheese to an extent. But even then, this soup. Oh boy. Fermented foods are a big part of Nord cuisine, but I've never encountered anything with a smell this pungent. Still, you can't knock it till you try it. I'll just have to let my taste buds be the judge over my nose. On another note, I've been meaning to ask, do you play Palm Party, Reen? Yeah, don't tell me you do too. I wouldn't expect you to be the type to get into this sort of thing. Let me guess, Wazzy got him into it. Well, it caught my eye. Oh, okay, never mind. Caught my eye while I was toying around with the orbital computer on the Merkba. Care to play a round or two with me when you get some spare time? Sure, that'd be fun. I really was expecting it's like, oh, Wazzy and Kevin play it all the time back at the Girls Ritter. Huh. Oh, are we gonna follow up on her training from last game? That'd be really cool. 100 Foreign Military Combat Maneuver 22, Plunging Slice. How am I supposed to improve this attack? And this isn't the only one giving me trouble. Why the hell is it so difficult? Like I've said a million times, you're overthinking things, Wayne. It's not just recreating how a move looks from the outside. You need to grasp the logic behind it. Not that I'm in a position to offer much advice. Luckily for you, your instructor's right here. Jessica, Wayne, hey, getting a bit of training in? Instructor Reen. We are, in a certain sense. I've asked Jessica to observe me right now. Even though I know she wants to focus on her own training. I'm sorry, Jessica, I'm being selfish. I don't mind at all. In fact, observing your movements is good for my own training. It gives me another approach. I'm sorry I can't offer better advice. The Schlieden School does have its share of fencing techniques, but overall it's primarily focused on spears. Any help or advice I share just ends up being more conceptual than anything concrete. No, it's incredibly helpful. It's proving to be a good reference for my improvement. But the way things are for me right now, it's not so much who's giving me the instruction or advice. It's a battle with myself. I must overcome my own limits. I won't keep you any longer, Jessica. You should really focus on your own training. I appreciate all the help. And you don't need to worry about me, Instructor Reen, I promise. Wayne. He does make some good points. But I would like to tie in Jessica's development too, seeing as she's here and all. Maybe I should call the girls in then? Alright, so I have an interesting proposal for the two of you. In the end, there's no better form of training than sparring. So if we could find a way to make your training more meaningful, just leave it up to me. Can I get you two to wait here for a moment? Instructor Reen? Is he... He said girls, so... Okay, this is who I was expecting. I don't know about Duval... I was expecting Laura. I wasn't sure about Duvalie. Grumble. How the hell did I wind up here? You grumbled, Duvalie, but you were kind enough to help out in the end, were you not? I just thought it'd be good to get some exercise in. I'm just here for my own benefit, that's all. Haha. Instructor Reen, what's Laura S.R. Sade and Duvalie the Swift? Does this mean you're gonna have a spar? You got it. You and Wayne are going to fight as a team. Gulp, that's, I'll finally have the honor of seeing your Schlieden School techniques up close, Jessica. One of my dreams have come true. Thanks for agreeing to be involved. But what's with this arrangement, Instructor Reen? Your 100 Foreign Military Combat Fencing techniques adapt the forms of the Arcade and Vander styles. In Duvalie's sword technique, the basics, which she learned from the Steel Maiden, shares many points in common with the Arcade style. You'll find much more to learn from them than my 8 leaves 1 blade style. And the same can be said for Jessica Schlieden School techniques as well. Yes, that's exactly right. That makes sense. This is probably the ideal type of training for us. Seems like a real challenge, but that means it's truly worth doing. Let's get started. I won't be going easy on either of you. Do they even have a chance? Or I want to see both of you reach new heights. It'll be the groundwork for your future development. Yes, ma'am. Understood.
かかってきやがれですわ。
Oh god, we're playing as...
全力で
Oh my god. We're playing as Wayne and Jessica. This is so funny. Yep. No S... I wish they had S-crafts. Cold nail and piercing blitz. Exquisite Lichfelsen. Oh, what does it do? Defensive barrier. Oh, this is what, what's his name used?
任せて。
Fritz. He's the one that uses that. It must be part of 100 Foreign military technique then.
もらった。 任せて。食らいなさい。ここですわ。
BP doesn't matter. They don't have anything to BP with.
もらった。 やりますわね。
We did it.
ここまで。
That's enough. I think we just about made it. Right, but we were at our limits there. You both kept up marvelously. I suppose you can say that. That was pretty brilliant, you two. I hope you both feel like you got a lot out of this. I did. It was a great help. It was nice being able to identify areas that need improvement. I knew you'd do well with it, Jessica. I must say, the stiffness I felt before the match has completely disappeared. Yeah, I can tell just by watching. It looks like you unconsciously absorbed Laura and Duvalie's techniques, and even Jessica's too. In any case, it looks like repetitive training might actually be a counterproductive approach for you. I understand the struggle. Learning to let the tension fade from your shoulders is actually quite difficult. Sometimes you simply must swing recklessly without giving much thought to anything in particular. Thank you, Laura. I'll keep that in mind. You also need to rely on those around you. Take a look around you, you'll find yourself surrounded by many capable warriors. It'd be a crime not to seek their advice. What are you looking at? Don't give me that look who's talking face. Well, of course we're gonna give you that look. I was thinking the opposite, actually. Agreed, I was just thinking you've changed quite a bit. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a bit cute, too. Yes, I agree. Anyhow, you both given me some invaluable experience. Thank you. Well, that was nice. Glad we were able to help them. Oh, right, you just do the battle training here if you talk to her. Right, we have the Stark thing to handle still. Let's talk to a few more people before we end off. I'll probably do at least one more bonding event here. Even though we're still gonna have a lot to do next time. How many bonding events are on this floor? Oh, there's a lot. Alright, let's just do the Ash one and then we'll end things off there. Oh, right, it's probably gonna be part 2 to the, like, thing with his, the guy who dropped him off. Man, you're always asking for something. I don't know what's on your plate, but I'm pretty busy with my own shit here. Alright, well, I'll let you know. Peace. Ash, who was that? Well, if it isn't Thor's biggest busybody, way to eavesdrop on me. It's nothing. A bad influence from back home hit me up, that's all. Bad influence? Come again? Yeah, you met him once, but he's not the kind of guy a goody two-shoes like you would cozy up with. Name's Brad. He's a real shit stirrer. He's the one who, like, ratted you out. Oh, wait, I think I... Yeah, I know who you mean. That friend of yours from Raquel. He was the one who tried to sell you out to that informant when you snuck into the city, right? Yeah, I guess he's wrangled together my old Fafnir buddies from during the Civil War. Now they're back in operation and up to their old tricks. Though it looks like they're sticking with low-level crap, like extortion and brawling. Nothing the IDF give two shits about. When we were doing the field exercises before, I ended up giving him my contact info. And now he says he has something to discuss with me, whatever the hell that means. That is a little concerning, I have to say. Must have his reasons for contacting you like this, though, right? To be perfectly honest, given everything that's going down, I don't have time to be dicking around with that bastard. We'll focus on our problems and you focus on yours. Ash. If it's going to be bugging you anyway, why not see what he has to say? Must at least have an inkling as to why he wants to talk to you, right? Well, yeah, if I consider the circumstances surrounding the guy. Still, though, even more reason to tie up loose ends now, right? Make sure you don't regret it down the line. I'll be there alongside you, of course, as your instructor and as a fellow member of Class 7. Man, Teach, you just love nosing in on people's drama, don't you? I get what you're saying, though. Can't really move forward when you're knee-deep in yesterday's bullshit. Alright, bring out Valimar Schwarzer. I want to settle this. You got it, Ash. Alright, let's see what happens. Ash called Brad back to talk. They met at Deccan's in Rackle, and Brad told Ash everything. Ash. I'm glad you're here, and you too, instructor. Just thought I'd drop by. You got some nerve calling me up after bringing Fafnir, bring back Fafnir trying to sell me out. I feel so bad about that. It's like I was possessed or something. And I couldn't think of anyone else who could help with this. Please help me, I don't know what to do. Seems like things are pretty serious. Alright, we'll hear you out. So you and your friends committed blackmail and other misdemeanors. In the shadows was your informant, Miguel. Yeah, that's basically it. At first, he was just doing stuff like showing us the perfect place to extort people. But then he made me do all sort of stuff because I owed him or something. I had to bring some product from Ordis without the IDF busting me. You mean, sounds pretty sketchy. Yeah, and recently he's been asking some pretty major stuff. To top it all off, we almost got dragged into some shady business of his not too long ago. If this keeps going on, we're seriously going to end up at the point of no return. Okay, I get it. So he had you move some product, huh? Ash? It's nothing. Alright, long story short, you realize the error of your ways because you're in over your head and you're scared. Now you know how stupid you were to bring Fafnir back and do whatever the hell you want before the war, huh? So what? Is there something wrong with me realizing that? It's just, you went off to join that military academy, and then I heard you shot the Emperor of all people. So when this old dude told me I could be top dog around town, I thought, yeah, why not? Looks like the curse worked its way in with all of that emotional turmoil. Yeah, I got it. I'm the reason why. Probably for that moron, too. In that case, I gotta set things straight, huh? Ash, are you okay? You look like you're back to normal. Well, back to being a goofball. Don't worry about it. Leave the rest to me, Brad. I'll talk it over with the old man. I've got some stuff I want to ask him myself anyway. You do? Anyway, we'll have you be of use here, got it? Let's go look for some clues. Yeah, we gotta find him first. Rean and Ash began asking around about Miguel. The rumors they heard pointed him to being somewhere outside of town with a new shipment of goods. Eventually, they tracked him down. All right. This should be enough. Raquel's punks ain't gonna use more than this. About time I moved on. One last trip to town should do it. Oh, and where are you planning on scudding off to next? What the, Ash? And the Ashen Chevalier? How's it hanging, Miguel? Been a while since I went to clean my apartment and ended up bumping into your ugly mug. I hear you've been helping out Brad and the others. Hello, Miguel. I haven't seen you since our old field exercises. Hope you realize I'm not going to let you get away with anything that might put young people in danger. Now, we'd like you to tell us whatever it is you brought here from Mortis. I don't know what Brad's been telling you, but you've got me all wrong. I seek out young people with potential and teach them the value of hard work, that's all. Shipping these things is just another aspect of that. A gun? So this is your new product, huh? It's an RF model. I'm guessing there's more in the container. That's right. I've got contacts in the military who've helped me build up a decent stash, little by little. I mean, no one knows for sure what's gonna happen to the world once this war starts, right? You gotta be prepared. Savvy folks from all over the continent are already putting together hidden weapons caches. The way I see it, I can make a fortune supplying them with the kind of high-quality arms they'll be needing. It's really low. So what, you're a war profiteer now? That's a pretty drastic change for when you only dealt in information. Not to mention how fast you got these weapons together all on your own. I figured that wouldn't be possible without the right connections and know-how. What aren't you telling us? Now that you mention it, something does seem off. It's simple, really. I wasn't always an informant. Until a little more than 10 years ago, I was a merchant, working a different kind of market. Some of the secret supply routes I learned about back then are coming in handy now, that's all. Now I'm done talking. You gonna let me through or what? Can't keep my customers waiting. What is it, Ash? Hey, don't go making any sudden moves. Look, Miguel, I don't give a rat's ass where you go next. But there's one thing I gotta ask you first. Thought we were done here. Was it you? Were you the one who got me out of Hamel? Hey, where's this coming from? Ash, do you mean? Yeah, I've been thinking about it ever since we found my mom's diary. 14 years ago, a merchant helped me escape Hamel and into Racco. But what you said just now, that you were a merchant more than 10 years ago, well, things just clicked. Now I see. How long have we known each other, Miguel? From my first days in Racco, from when I got adopted, since I could remember, basically. You were involved with all of that, weren't you? I mean, you weren't exactly a good influence. You even sold me out to the Jaegers at one time. I always thought you were one of the most deadbeat pieces of crap around. But you still showed up at Mom's funeral and made a donation. That just felt so out of place for a small-time crook like you. I figure you must have had some ulterior motive. But looking at it now, I can't help but wonder if you felt some kind of obligation toward me. If I've got it wrong, go ahead and set me straight. When did you get so sharp, kid? I wanted to take this to the grave, but I guess my secret's out. It's true, then? Every word. 14 years ago, I was peddling my wares out by Parm. If I hadn't stepped out for a smoke that night, I might never have met you. Whoa, take it easy, kid. What are you doing on the road by yourself? Was that a gunshot? The hell's going on? This can't be good. Come on, kid. Let's get you out of here. I grabbed you and put you on the first train I could find. But you wouldn't say a damn word to me, even after we got to Raquel. Didn't know what to make of that. I thought maybe you'd been mixed up in some bad business, and then the soldiers came for me. I don't know how they found out, but they knew I'd helped you get away. Forget about everything that happened that night and ditch the kid. You'll be helping secure the future of the Empire. It's in your best interest to comply. We can pay whatever you want. Not a bad deal, huh? A deal, huh? Sounds more like a threat. That must have been part of the cover-up of Hamel that Osborn spearheaded. I hate to sound heartless, but I was eager for any excuse to get rid of you. So I took the mirror and gave you to one of the hostesses in my favorite club. I knew she wouldn't put you out on the street. She was quite the woman, taking in a kid she knew next to nothing about and raising you as her own. You're telling me. So you see, I didn't really do anything that bad. I got you away from Hamel in one piece and even set you up with a new family. Was it so much for me to collect a little compensation in return? Yeah, that's all there is to it. I cut my ties to you and got on with my life. Our past doesn't mean shit to me. Right now, you're nothing but some punk who's standing in the way of me and my business. So damn it, why can't I pull the trigger? You're a traitor, a criminal. You shot the Emperor, for crying out loud. No one's gonna miss you. Ugh, that hurts. That really hurts. I took the damn money. I washed my hands of you. You're nothing to me, nothing. So why can't I... So that's it. Guess that explains the sudden shift in your business model. I know you're not gonna admit it, but when you took the deal, it messed you up on the inside. You knew it was wrong, and you've been carrying the guilt with you ever since. That's what let the curse worm its way into your heart and turn you into a real crook. Ah. The hell are you talking about? Don't act like you know me. If I'm wrong, then why do you look like you're in so much pain? It's written all over your face, moron. You've been running from your sins all this time, but you just can't let them go. Ash, to be honest, I really don't give a shit how far you fall. But there's something you should know. Right up until she passed, Mom was still smiling. She said it was a blessing having me in her life. Go figure, right? She also told me she wished she could thank the guy who brought us together. And I feel the same. I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for you, and I wouldn't change a thing about the time I had with my mom. Well, it might have been nicer if she had been a better cook, but you can't win them all. As far as I'm concerned, my hometown isn't Hamel, it's Raquel, the town you brought me to. One of these days, I'll find a way to pay you back for everything you've done for me. I don't regret joining the academy or trying to find out about my past. That was my own choice. Because of that, I got to meet Kurt, Philly, Bunny, Phony Locks. So Kurt's the only one you call by his actual name? And they're not a bad bunch. Hell, even some of the instructors are okay, I guess. So I figure I gotta at least say thank you. Not just for me, but for Mom, too. The curse hits. For a kid who wouldn't talk at first, you sure grew up to have quite a mouth on you. Look at me, getting all sentimental. I feel like such a chump. But hey, all this goes as far as you getting me off the streets. Huh? Leading Brad astray and selling me out during the field exercises? Now that's a different story. I think you got a little debt to be paid, you feel me? Well, at least the curse is gone. That ought to straighten the shit out. Man, that felt good. You're enjoying this a little too much. I hope this did you some good, Ash. Though now free from the curse, Miguel and Brad still had plenty of crimes to answer for. After turning them over to the authorities, Rean summoned Valimar. Oh, wow, so they're arrested, I guess. You had me worried for a minute. Glad it all worked out. Trust me, I was just as surprised to find out Miguel's the guy I owe my life to. At least now I feel I can let the past go. Well, that's good. I'm happy for you. Right, enough sappy shit. Let's get back to the others. Fair enough, Ash. Fair enough. He says to let go of the past, but obviously he can't just write off, you know, Joshua. Joshua obviously wants to at least have some kind of relationship with Ash moving forward. So he's not going to be able to push that away. Alright, so next time we'll go ahead and do the last 6 bonding events, and if there is still time after that, we'll get started on our handful of requests we still need to do. And then after that, we will be making our way over to Crossbelt. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.